Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Women's Coffee Club. We created this club to provide a safe space for women to share and inspire each other. We're so grateful this morning to have Diana Morgan to be presenting for us. She's a marketing expert, and her topic this morning is the key to an authentic and monetizable online presence. So I'm so excited to be listening to this particular important topic. So, Diana, with that, do you mind, um, letting us know a little bit about your background and why you decided this topic?
Sure.
Thank you.
Um, it is my favorite topic. And just a little bit about my background. I'm a recovered corporate misfit. And when my son was born, I kept trying to do that. And then there came a time where he came home one day and said he hated school. So that was the turning point for me. And I turned my hobby or my calling into a business. And that was at that time a wedding ministry and doing marriage prep and relationship coaching. And super long story short, I was very successful with it. And I did that for 20 years and I got to be a stay-at-home and a working mom. And I got to grow my business to over 100 weddings a year. And I had 6 other ministers in my ministry. And how I did that was in the last 10 years, I got ahead of the curve on the internet and I figured out how to get to the top of Google, which was a lot easier back then. And so from that, after 20 years of that, I decided that I needed a different life. And also that, I just felt like I could use my own gifts and skills and talents to help people who were healing the world with them, who they are in their businesses. So that's when I transitioned in 2008 to Whole Heart Marketing. And I'll just give you my little, because probably so many of you here are like going, really, Facebook? This is, Facebook? Oh my God. So I did that. I said that 3 times. Really, God, Facebook, this is my life. And I'm a visionary, and what I realize is that Facebook is a powerful force for change in the world. And I am committed to inspiring amazing women to learn how to use Facebook to grow an authentic online presence and monetize. So here I am today to hopefully inspire you to take that next step. So should I just launch into my
Um,
talk?
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I think we all use Facebook here. So yeah, go ahead and let
Okay,
us
I'm going to share
tell
my
us more.
screen.
Okay.
And it's just easier for me to stay on track when I use slides.
Okay.
Otherwise, I could talk for 5 hours and we all know where that will end up. Okay, so this is just Whole Heart Marketing was launched in 2008. And what I do is I help people to get their message out and grow their online presence. And I feel confident that there will be a million questions. And what I do is, first of all, I will take some today. And then I also have a Facebook group, which is Whole Heart Marketing with Diana Conkoff Morgan. So if you don't get your questions answered today, you can also check out my group. So I'm going to move forward. So yes, what you're going to learn today is you're going to learn about the whole heart path to profit, which is how to have an authentic and monetizable online presence. You're also going to learn how to conquer the 5 biggest frustrations that I hear on social media, which is nobody sees my posts. I'm overwhelmed and I don't know where to start. I'm burned out and I feel like I'm always starting over and I don't know what to say. And social media keeps changing and I can't keep up. Anybody have any of those? Yes, thank you. Okay, so you're also going to learn the most current and best practices for social media so that you can stop wasting time doing things that don't work. And you're going to learn 10 proven strategies to increase your social media engagement in 2024. Okay, I'm the truth teller. So I'm going to tell you things that you may not have heard from other people and these are really important truths for you to be aware of. So the first one is we are in Web 3.0. And what that means is we're in the internet where there's a lot of AI interaction, there's a lot of intuitive interaction. And so we have to be really conscious about the words we use and how we post. And one of the things that's true is you can no longer buy credibility. In the old days, you used to be able to like buy Facebook likes or pay for ads, and you can do that, but it's a lot of money to pay for ads, and buying Facebook likes just doesn't work anymore. And the fact is that numbers do not equal conversion. And what that means is, you can have 10,000 likes on Facebook and not be getting anything from it. And you can have 500 likes and be actually, or 50 likes and be generating revenue. And that's because numbers do not equal conversion anymore. What matters is, who are those people? And, just to say, I know I talk about Facebook all the time and why I do that, Facebook is the mothership. I feel like to have a really powerful online presence, you want to be at least on Facebook, LinkedIn, and if you want to use Instagram. And the reason I use Facebook as the example is because if you understand Facebook, then you can translate most of what I'm talking about to any social media platform. So I say Facebook, just hear like most of them, So the next thing I want to talk about is that social media is more about building community than it is about just having an audience. It's not so much about look at me and here's what I'm doing, as much as it's about let's build community like what we have here. This is very powerful, and especially using Messenger to build the community is very powerful. Searches are more accurate than ever, which means you have to be using the right words. Search engine optimization is more important than ever. Search engine optimization is like getting to the top of Google, coming up in searches. And it's more important than ever to be using the right words, which are the words that your ideal clients would be using to search for you. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And my favorite is authentic user-generated content. Okay, so I really want everybody to understand this. The search engines want us to play. I like to use the term play for social media because it helps to give us a better mindset. So the search engines want us to play. Oops. They want us to be on social media. So they entice us to play in ways like give us a higher reach if we are on, higher visibility if we're doing reels, or higher visibility when we're live on Facebook Live, or, if we're doing Instagram reels. And so that's great. Okay. And here's the thing. We are the users that generate the content. So it's like us and ads. So if we don't play on social media, then it's just ads. So they need us, right? So what I want to encourage you to do is to, yes, take advantage of Facebook Live, take advantage of Reels, all of that if you want to, but be intentional. Okay, so no more random acts of Facebook ever again. And I'm going to talk more about that. Like, yeah, do a reel, but don't do like something that has nothing to do with your business. Yes, let people get to know you, but let them get to know you within your brand, who you are within your brand and your business, as opposed to, hey, everybody, I'm just trying Facebook Live for a minute, right? So, I'm just saying that we have the power to make social media what we want it to be. Okay, here's some more truths. Social media is changing all the time, and you're probably wasting time doing things that don't work. And I'm going to tell you a few of those today. There are free strategies on social media that will never change. And that's why I don't play the algorithm game. I hear this all the time. Well, the algorithm's this and that. If you are doing the strategies that I'm teaching, you don't have to worry about the algorithms. Okay, because they are bypassing the algorithms. And you're leaving money on the table by missing out on huge opportunities to reach more people with your message. Okay, and this is big, you guys, ladies. I don't know. I don't think there's any men here. It's the ladies' coffee club. Okay, less is more. Okay, what that means is it's no longer about pumping out a million posts. Okay, it's about quality, authentic interaction. So I'm going to start with my very first truth. that it takes more than just posting on social media to have ongoing clients. And I see this all the time. I see people, they're posting and they're using their Facebook group for their email marketing instead of email marketing, and they're using it for their database. And here's the thing. Any social media platform could disappear any day. So you have to have your own online presence. And I actually do a whole program in this, but I'm going to talk about specifically what you need to have a monetizable online presence right here on this slide. Feel free to take a screenshot. So the very first thing is your message. And that's what we're going to dive into that today, because that's about what we have time for. But it's so important to think about, who do you help? What is the struggle? How do you help them? And what are you offering? What is the transformation? Because when people land on your social media, you want them to lean in and say, oh, she gets me. I want more. I want to know more from her. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, you need to have a plan. A plan. So some people call it a funnel. I don't always, some people react to the F word, the funnel. So I say a plan. You want to have a plan. So a plan is, what's your free thing? How are you going to give people a sample of what you do? So your free thing, and it's something that's similar to how it would be to work with them. For example, I do free live virtual trainings because that's how it would be to work with me. So if you do live trainings, then doing a download is not going to show people how it is to work with you. It's fine to have a download that they can, like an ebook or something, but you want to also give them something that gives them an idea of how it would be to experience you. So you have your free thing, and on social media, that's pretty much about what you can offer as your free thing. So you want to have your free thing and your next thing and your next thing. Okay, number 3, the container. Okay, so the container is your website and your email marketing campaigns. And that's how you nurture the relationships. So you meet people and you get personal and you get to know them. And then you have your sort of how you get acquainted, which is your plan. Like, let's have some interaction and get to know each other. Then you have what I call the container. If you don't have email marketing and a website, using social media is really, truly like chasing a flash mob. Okay, so they're on Facebook and LinkedIn, and now they're on Instagram and TikTok. Wherever you find people, get them on your list. And email marketing is not dead. Okay, email marketing still works if you're giving people great quality content. If you're just selling something like buy my this and sale on that, then yes, your email marketing, you will probably get deleted. But if you offer great quality content, then email marketing is really still a great way to stay in touch with people and nurture the relationships. Then you want to continue to nurture the relationships with your social media campaigns. And of course, bring your whole heart essence to your online presence, share your experience, your authenticity, your relationships, and your transformation. And there's a lot of things that you can delegate. So you don't have to be doing everything yourself. But I'm going to talk about the thing that you do have to be doing yourself. But you can have someone help you find content. You can have someone help you with your graphic design. All of those things you can have someone help you with. But you can't pay someone to be you on social media. So the next truth is, you can look like you're doing everything right on your social media and not be getting great results. And in fact, it can be hurting what you're doing. So here's where I want to share with you to start. Okay. And this is the first step in the Whole Heart Path to Profit. You want to start with your message. I always use the analogy of a ship. If a ship is taking off toward a destination and you shift the trajectory by 1 degree, the ship is going to end up on a different continent. And it's the same thing with your social media. And because I'm a SEO expert and I bring that to social media, social media platforms are nothing more than search engines. So it's just like Google. You have to be using the right words. And it's the words that your ideal clients are using to search for you. So, if you're feeling confused and overwhelmed and you're missing your people and, you're making a lot of effort with very little results, I want you to start thinking about what you're doing currently on your social media. So here's what most people do. They open up Facebook or LinkedIn and they go, what should I say? And actually, that's not the question. Okay. The question is, who am I talking to? Okay. So and I like to use the WHO. Who am I talking to? How do I help them? And what is my offer? So in other words, if you can imagine one person, and this one person is who you're talking to, that's how you're going to be the most successful. So there's 4+ billion people on Facebook. You can't reach them all, but you can reach your niche. So you're going to think about, who am I talking to? What is the struggle that I want to share about, so that they know that I get the struggle? And what is the transformation that I offer? So that when people see my content in their feed, or they see my content on my Facebook page, or wherever they see it, they're going to get that I understand the struggle that they have, that I can help them with. And if you just implemented that one thing from today, to switch from what should I say to who am I talking to, your social media experience and results are going to change. Okay, this is a big one. Just because someone else is doing it does not mean that it's right for your business, and you may be getting less visibility. So here's what people do. They go, oh, well, that person did it, so I guess I should do it. And here's the most common one that I'm now educating you on, to understand that this is a hoax. So you know that post that says, hey, everybody, only 25 people are seeing my posts. So if you're seeing this, put hi or click here. There's a million different versions of it, and they're a hoax. And what, if it's too good to be true, if it seems too easy, it is. Okay. So here's what happens when you do that. Facebook will hide your post. And if you keep doing those kind of posts, Facebook will continue to, it's called shadow banning, where you don't even know, but they're hiding your posts because it's a hoax, and it's called engagement bait. Okay. And then eventually you would get put in Facebook jail, or get your Facebook profile taken away. But the bottom line is, you're getting lower visibility. So I'm going to tell you what you shouldn't do, so that you're going to know more things that you can do. You can't game the system, like we're talking about Facebook. If that would work, anyway, so you get it. Okay, so, but you're going like, well, Diana, how do I get people to see my social media posts, right? Anybody thinking that right now? Okay, now you've told me what I can't do. Now I'm going to tell you what you can do. How you get more eyes on your posts is using the tool of search engine optimization. And what that tool is, it's about who you like, comment on, and share, and what you post, and the 3 little dots. I'm going to show you that. So for example, you have the 3 little magic dots in the upper right-hand corner of every post, which say things like, save this video, hide this post, snooze this person, snooze what this person is sharing, unfollow this person. You have all kinds of options that you can start to control your feed. You can start to make your feed what you want it to be. And if you feel like, gee, I haven't seen or heard from so-and-so in a long time, and I wonder what they're up to, go to their profile or their business page, mostly their profile, like, comment, or share something. And guess what? It's going to wake them up, and they're going to be like, oh, Kim liked my post, or Karen, shared my post. And then they're going to start playing with you, because that's what we do, right? It's like we play with the people who are playing with us. So start to understand how to control your feed. Now you can control what ads you see. You can't control whether you will see ads or not, but you can control, if you're seeing a bunch of people's annoying buy this and buy that posts that are not ads, guess what? You can unfollow, you can unfriend, you can snooze them. And people can also do that to you, which is why it's crucial for you to be sharing quality content, and not just sharing like the promotional posts all the time. So it's also on LinkedIn, the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, here's another truth. This is the missing link to your internet marketing success. That will never change. Okay. And this is how you bypass the whole algorithm game. Everything is energy. We're all connected. So everybody, we feel each other's energy when we're on social media. Like when people say, well, how many posts should I do? Or how often should I be on social media? What I'm saying is be present twice a day. So it's not just pump out posts twice a day. It's be present, be liking, commenting, and sharing. With your profile, you are going to get the highest reach and reach the most people and get the most results. Bring your whole heart essence to your online presence. In other words, be authentic and show up. So like, for example, when you are on social, when you go to open your social media to get onto something, are you like, oh, I gotta do my social media. This is work. I just gotta do it. I wish social media would go away. I hate it. Or any of those things. Or are you like, oh boy, I get to interact with some people. I get to meet some new people, see what my friends are doing. Because that is the energy that you want to come to your social media with, so that so that people will experience that energy from you. You are your best lead magnet. People buy you before they buy what you're selling. And so while I'm saying don't build an audience, build community, I'm also saying be present. Okay. One authentic, heartfelt interaction can get you more influence than a bunch of likes and pumping out posts. So, and especially if you are in a regulated industry, like if you're in direct sales where you have to have this certain content on your business page and you can't say this and you can't say that, or you're in finance, or if you're in a regulated industry, growing your online presence as just who you are as a person can be very powerful, and you can still use social media very powerfully to get clients by being who you are, not by selling. The internet is a 24/7 networking event. It's the most powerful networking event that exists. Okay. So you have an opportunity to connect, to build relationships, and to share your message. You know, that's how you can use social media to inspire, to raise consciousness, and to get more clients. Okay, so for example, in a networking event, the connection is the handshake or the elbow bump, whatever we do now. And that's how we connect. Like, we don't walk into a networking room and go like, hey, Jane, I have this great book. Would you like to buy it? Hi, Jasmine, I have a workshop. Would you like to come to my, right? We don't do that in person, but you see it all the time on social media. You're not posting, you're not doing anything. You're just sort of like, and then you're like, oh, well, I have this workshop. I can post that. And that's just selling. And that doesn't work. And that is, it turns people off, and it probably turns you off too when people do that. So here's a staggering statistic. Oh, okay. So the connection on the internet is the handshake, is the hyperlink. So in person, it's a handshake. On the internet, it's the hyperlink. Here's my staggering statistic. Every second, millions of internet handshakes are being exchanged. And those could be people referring you. Okay. And so that's what happens. I know that happens for me. It happens for a lot of my clients all the time, that we get referred because we're out there showing up. Okay. I get speaking opportunities. I get referrals from other clients. It's like people remember you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Faith. Oh, right. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. And then they send the referrals and they refer you. So that's how that works. And it's so because it's a 24/7 network, and it's an opportunity to show up and to get referrals and clients. Okay. I like to share my social media success formula because this is a powerful formula for how to be on social media. Ever feel like, somebody wrote up a rule book and you just never got the rule book? So here it is. And this is tried and tested. It's not something I made up. It's something I've been doing ever since I got on social media. For whatever reason, I just naturally figured that social media, oh, it's just like another networking event. So here's the formula. And some of you will go out of your body when I say this. So take a breath and stay in your body, or go out, but come back. Okay. 50% of the time that you spend on social media, you want to be branding yourself, user-generated content, liking, commenting, sharing, connecting, and building relationships. So if I said, which I do recommend, an hour a day on social media, I know some of you just went out of your body again when I said that, an hour a day, and it's half of that time is connecting with people and networking. So for those of you who did go out of your body, I want to ask all of you. So what if you could generate, like, think about what is one sale for you, one client? What is one client worth over a period of 6 months? What is one client worth over a period of a year? Okay, now think about that dollar amount. And what if you could generate 3 to 5 clients in, like, say 3 months or 6 months or more clients? Would it be worth it to you to spend an hour a day? And if it's not worth it to you, and 3 to 6 clients is not worth it to you, and that's not only 3 to 6 clients, because it could be them referring other people as well, then, you want to think about your business model, first of all. But, that's the thing, that when I say an hour a day, people are like, are you kidding? I'm going to be on Facebook, and you click here and you're like, oh, look at those sweet little kitties. And now you're on YouTube for an hour. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an hour a day of intentional social media for your business. So that's 50% of your time. On Facebook, it's your personal profile. And then on LinkedIn, you kind of divide it in half. So on LinkedIn, you're like sort of half of your time is liking, commenting, sharing, connecting. The other half of your time is these other parts, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Instagram, same thing. But Facebook, it's easy because it's divided already. You have your personal profile and your business page. And for anybody who's saying, do I need a business page? Yes, you need a business page. Your business page on Facebook is like your Facebook website, essentially. And you can't do too much promotion on your personal page, or you will get shadow banned or shut down. And people go to your business page to check you out. It may not get that much traffic, but that's where people go. So 50% of your time, building relationships, branding yourself. 40% of your time is to educate, inspire, and motivate. And on your personal profile, you can share your passion for your business. And then on your business social media, you're sharing your business education, information, inspiration. And what you're sharing is, why is it important? Okay, so you're not sharing the how, that's what you sell, but you're sharing the why should I care about it? Why is it important? Why should people use social media? Why should people care about, these nutritional supplements? Or why should people care about the services that you offer? And then, so that's 90% of your time. And then 10% is to promote. And I recommend that you promote something for free, because that's what people expect. And it's a great way to get people into your world so you can have an opportunity to get to know them better. Okay, so here's my challenge. I offer this every time I speak. And after I share it, I'm going to ask who's in. I want to encourage you to, and this will accelerate your social media exponentially. Pick 5 people a week to play with. Okay, so who are those 5 people? They're active on social media. You're in alignment with their message, because if you're not in alignment with their values and their message, you're not going to want to share their stuff, and they're not going to share your stuff. And they are somehow strategic partners. So maybe they're good referrers. Maybe you do the same thing, but you refer to different people. You attract different people. Maybe you do something different, but your businesses complement each other. So in other words, 5 people who make sense for you to start playing with to potentially refer each other. And this is, if you're on Facebook, just start with some of your Facebook friends who you haven't played with in a while. You could start with the people in this group. Okay, if you're on LinkedIn, start with your LinkedIn connections. Now, I want to make sure before you do this, have your social media current. In other words, current profile picture, current cover photo, current description of what you're doing, all of that. So you don't want to start doing this before you're set up. So then you're going to connect with them on all the other social media, and then you're going to start playing. So what is playing? Liking, commenting, sharing, and I like to say caring. So caring is connect, acknowledge, respond, and engage. So you're not just like, and you're not pasting some promotional, even if it's free thing in their messenger. You're connecting with them. You're like, hey, Rini, let's have coffee on Zoom. Or, hey, Carol, great to meet you today at this networking event. Let's have a connect. Or you're going to their social media and checking out who they are. Okay. And don't invite them to like your business page. Okay, so it's like, just like you would be at a networking event. Like that's kind of a protocol that I always like to share. Anything that you would not do at a networking event, you would not do on social media. So immediately plastering that thing in their messenger is like shoving a business card in their face. Or here's a flyer, come do this thing. So you're going to get to know them first. Okay, so if you do that, here's what happens. 5 people, 2 or 3 jump, connect, couple don't. Then the next week you do 5 more, 2 or 3 connect, couple don't. So you just kind of keep doing that and building the momentum. And here's what starts to happen for you. Number 1, you start to see people's content in your feed that you care about because they're people that you intentionally connected with. You start to read your notifications. I'm pointing to the upper right-hand corner where the little red notifications are. And you start caring, and you're like opening up your Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever every day and seeing who's playing with you. And you start to really have a different attitude about social media. And then you start to have different results. Okay, who's in? Raise your hand if you're in. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, because you're really going to see a huge change in your social media. And I want to encourage you to please let me know how it goes. You can put it in my Facebook group or you can message me or whatever, because I want to hear how it goes. Okay, here are the 10 proven strategies to increase your social media engagement in 2024. Post on the best times when your audience is online. So you're like, well, how do I know? Well, be online and you can see when you start commenting and liking and sharing and people like comment and share right back, you're going to see the best times when they're on. Okay. You can also see by looking in Messenger where the little dots are, although sometimes that's just people being online on their phone. So you can't always tell that way. But once you start being present for 30 minutes a day, you're going to start to see who's present with you. Focus on user-generated content, branding yourself. Level up your photos and your photo game. Don't post without a photo. Leverage your video marketing. Avoid using engagement bait. Go live. Spend a lot of time live. Facebook Lives are great. Boost your popular posts. That's, that's the only kind of Facebook ads I will do is boosting a post, but only something with a call to action. Don't boost anything of someone else's or if it doesn't have a call to action. Reuse and recycle your top posts. Look at your analytics and see which posts are getting the best reach and reuse. I repost all of my education and a lot of my posts. I don't repost my quotes and articles, but I do repost my education. Leverage stories to increase Facebook engagement and analyze the performance of your social media platforms to see what's working and what's not. So I'm going to sort of like stop here because I want to leave time for questions and leave time for comments. What I'm curious about, I'm going to unshare. I'm curious, and people can either put this in the chat or share, like, tell me one takeaway that you got from today. Anybody?
I think, first of all, thank you, Diana. I think that's great. A lot of good advice because I think, like you said, don't bait trying to ask people to like and, like on purpose, trying to get their engagement by asking them to do it, but just to
Right.
have an authentic conversation, liking or commenting people's that is in alignment with you. And I think that's a very great advice. And I didn't realize that Facebook would present to you the pages, other people's pages based on their engagement. That is huge for me because now I know like who I want to play with. That's why I only see certain pages. I don't see all of them.
Right. But you can also go and actively go and see the way the sharing gets I mean, the way what shows up in your feed gets activated is by what you like, comment on, and share, and by the words that you use. So if there's someone you're not seeing and you want to see more of their posts, you just go over there and like something, and then Facebook will be like, oh, Rennie wants to see more of Diana's posts. And then you'll start seeing, and they actually also like they recommend groups to you. So that's another thing to think about of having a group is, and it's also, again, it's all about the keywords. It's just search engines.
That's awesome. Great. Let's open it up for a question. Let's start with Carol.
Diana, your presentation was awesome. I've been
Thank you.
studying social media also for a little while, and you taught me some nuggets, reinforced and illuminated a lot of things for me, and I will be reviewing the replay for sure.
Good.
I
Awesome.
thank you.
Awesome.
So thank you, Carol. So Diana, is it necessary to have a business page? Only if you have business, right? You don't want to put your business stuff in your personal page.
Right, right. Yeah. I'm sort of assuming like, I'm talking about Facebook for business, even though I talk about being so personal. It is Facebook for business. And you do have to have a business page, because if you don't have a business page, then you tend to be putting all of and you can share your passion for your business on your personal profile. Like I'll put, oh boy, I'm so excited to be speaking at this um networking event this morning about XYZ, or hey everybody, I'm so excited to just publish my book, or I'll do a video about opening up the packages from my books or something. That's fine. And you can post your blog with a link like one time though. Don't post it like a million times, because people see the stuff in your personal profile. So if you keep posting it over and over again, you will get dinged. One more thing I want to say about that. So a lot of people are concerned about having links that go off of social media to the website, to your website. If you are doing my social media success formula, which I've been doing for 17 years, and you are doing 50% playing, 40% educate, inspire, and motivate, and you have a link to a blog on your website, it is fine. But if all you're doing is those links, then you are going to get dinged. And that's
Interesting.
the thing. You can't just do a bunch of links off of Facebook. You have to do the whole deal. The social media
Mhm.
success formula doesn't work if you only do part of it.
Interesting. Okay, thank you.
So any other
Uh,
takeaways?
yeah, Kim, you're next. Normally I just go around,
Oh, okay.
Diana.
I'll let you take charge.
Yeah. Kim, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Rini. I like how you do that, actually. Who's next to say something? Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I hear varying, and I'm working closely with a coach who's helping with social media. But I hear varying advice about that, whether to post on your personal page or your business page. And yeah, what do you? You just said, Diana, that you recommend having a business page and posting about your business there, and just referring every once in a while maybe to something on your personal page about it. What do you say to coaches who are educating and saying the exact opposite? To put your business, I mean, there's a way to talk about your business on your personal page, but a lot of focus on the personal page and profile versus the business page. I'm just curious. And then I hear from coaches who are very successful on both ends of it. Just
Right.
curious.
It's a, it's an interesting thing. I would say the proof is in the pudding. Which is, try it and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, like, so I do like my whole heart strategy. I've been doing it for 17 years, and I know that people say that they do that, and I see it all the time, doing that massive promoting on the personal page. The other thing is, so it's like, it also has to do with like, who is your ideal client? So my ideal clients don't like that. Okay. So if you have ideal clients who are sort of so my ideal client is a higher conscious, purpose-driven woman entrepreneur who is struggling with I really want to use Facebook, I really want to use social media, but it's just like, it's so superficial and it's so hard and I can't keep up. So I'm offering a solution that really works, that is not that hype, and it's not that social media for selling. I honestly question whether that strategy really works. I have not, I don't know. I would ask for verifiable proof. You can, if you can see your own statistics, you can look at your own reach and see if it works. I know I'm taking too long.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Where do you look for Facebook analytics? Where do
Well,
we
you
go
can
look
see
for
the
that?
reach right under each post.
Okay, yeah,
And then
okay.
on the business page, you just go to your meta,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're looking at the view, right? The number of view.
Yeah, views and reach.
Okay.
Reach
Okay,
is the
great.
number. Just because somebody isn't liking, commenting, or sharing your post does not mean they didn't see it. It's
Okay,
about
got it.
reach.
Okay, thank you. Jane, you're next.
Thank you. Wonderful presentation, Diana. How do we reach you, or how do I reach you?
Thank you for asking that. I just put my content in the chat.
Oh, you
And,
did.
and
Okay.
and Diana, after the presentation, please post your contact and information on the Women Coffee Club's chat group,
I absolutely will. And I have a
the
few things
messenger.
to share too. I'll put all my stuff on there.
Sounds great. Okay,
Okay.
who is next?
I gotta run.
Omeka.
but
Okay, Jane, go ahead.
no, I just said thank you. I just got a snapshot of it, and I'll be contacting you. Thank you, Diana. I gotta run. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Jane. Omeka,
you.
you're next.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm always learning, always taking tidbits of, I've seen all different types of things. People that have been in network marketing for years, and that's all they do is post about network marketing, and they could care less if people are tired of it, but they're making like lots of money. So, there's that end. And then for me, I'm learning to I'm so excited. I just want to blurt everything out and please join my group and click comment. It's so wonderful. So I'm just learning how to tone it down and just be myself. And I get more engagement anyway from, posting loving pictures with my mom or taking a walk or 2 minutes with Mecca. I've just started, doing that sometimes. And so being consistent for me, and I do engage. I think I can't say too long, but whatever. I do realize that when I engage with people, I show up in their feeds and they show up. And they have this. Well, I don't know how new it is, but when you say at followers, if you have followers, I don't know when Facebook started with the follower thing, but all of a sudden I got followers, and is it good to like ask the you don't know who they are, or do you?
No, you don't.
Okay. And so is it good to like speak to them? I see people speaking directly to them. Well, I don't know about speaking directly to them, but they'll make a post and they'll say at followers, and then does every follower see it?
Honestly, I'm not really sure about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll see it if they're looking at Facebook at that time, but I'm not really sure. That's a good question. I'll check that out.
Yeah, I figured I'd try to talk to them directly because I'm like, who are you? What would you like? Why did you follow me? Like, what do you do? You know, how can we help each other? Or something like that. You know, to me, it's just trial and error. It doesn't have to be error, but it's just engagement all over the place. And I see different things. And thanks for your presentation.
Right. You're welcome.
Thank
I'm
you,
going on.
Omeka. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lachelle, you're next.
I loved it, Diana. Thank you so much. I needed a swift kick in the butt. I don't love social media. Unfortunately, I have been attracted to all those things that are under those regulations, and I get afraid that are going to take something away from me, and I'll be totally like have nothing. So, yes, I know. Thank you for the reminder. I need to build the community and do all that stuff. So, and I love the way that your presentation, it was like so conversational, but like you were educating us, but you weren't like slapping us up the side of the head. So thanks for your kindness. And, and I love that you also are just doing the, you're like, it's the same stuff I've been doing for 17 years. And that all these other people are trying to get fancy pants. And you're like, go back to the basics. But I love too that you said, if you're doing one piece and not the other piece, you need to be doing all of it together. And what it made me think of was like a recipe. You wouldn't put one ingredient in and not the other ones, because if you miss salt, even it's a tiny ingredient, it tastes crappy and it's inedible. And so I guess a lot of us are making really inedible social media. So thanks, Diana.
Thank you. I love that.
Thank you. Well, I think what I love about Diana is the whole message is being authentic and be yourself. And I love that. I take pictures all the time. Probably people are tired looking at my pictures, 1,000 pictures. But anyway, thank you, Lachelle. Karen, you're next. I don't know. Did I say it right? Karen.
I didn't careen yet this morning, but I'm working on it. No, it's car in, like getting in your car in.
Karen.
Okay.
Okay, Karen.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I'm retired. I mean, my main activity is I was president of Del Mar Toastmasters for 2 years. I owned a headhunting business for 30 years and have been retired for over 10 years now. And so I'm about to run out of battery. But anyway, I love this presentation because I'm interested in pursuing some new things. So thank you so much, Diana. It was excellent. I've got to plug in my computer or it's going to die. Hold on one second. I'm done. Pick somebody else now. Thank you so much. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Karen. Mary Ann, you're next.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much, Diana. So you answered some of my question. And what I liked about your presentation, besides everything that everybody else is being authentic and really truly offering us a solution, the 50, 40, and 10, it kind of, made sense to me. And also the one that you said, like you're going online, think about that you're going to a network meeting and you're handshaking, you just not, slapping your business card on their face. So my question is that, okay, I recently created, not so recently, a year, a business page for my nonprofit organization. But I don't know how to connect my personal and my business page together. I don't think automatically people see that I have a business page. I don't know how it works.
Right. So there is a setting on your Facebook personal page where you can put the link to your business page. And you could, so I'm just going to share this strategy where you could talk about your nonprofit and how you're passionate about it, and then sometimes put a link to that Facebook business page. I would love, if you're interested, I would love for you to like my nonprofit business page, and not too much, once every few weeks, maybe. But in the meantime, if you share content that is branding that nonprofit, then people start to get interested, and you'll find people start to message you and go like, hey, I'd love to know more. So you can definitely share the content. It's just share your passion as opposed to making it salesy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, another way also, couldn't you like invite invite your friends into your business page. I know
Absolutely.
I think that's one of the challenges about having a business page because they don't know your business.
Right.
Like so you can invite your friends to
But
join
how
your
do I
business.
invite? There is nothing.
Yeah, on Messenger. You would invite them. Well, on the business page, there is a function that says invite people to like this page. It's in the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. So that's one way. But you can also invite people by Messenger, like, hey, I have this nonprofit. I'm super excited about it. It's da da da. And would you, I always like to say, would you mind liking it if you like it? So then I put a link to it and then they just click on that link. But I do that only for people after I've met them for a while. I wouldn't do that 5 minutes after I met them. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I've been doing organically, just
Right.
people that I talk to.
right. And when I talk to people, I'm like, hey, the other thing is a great way to get people to like your business page is to do your Facebook Lives from your business page. I mean, in the beginning, won't have much action, but eventually, like if you go on to, hey, everybody, I'm doing a Facebook Live on XYZ, like every Thursday or every Tuesday, you will start to get action on your business page.
Oh.
Plus, if you post on your business page, I've been using this strategy for years. It's like you rotate great images with quotes, interesting articles that are related to your lane, what you do. And then every so often you can post like here's my freebie. And I do this rotation and I post every day on my business page so that it keeps going. When somebody likes something on your business page, they will get the next few posts in their feed. But if you just post once a week, then, that's it. By the time the week comes up, Facebook's not showing them your stuff anymore. So on the business page, you want to be posting every day, but great stuff, not promotion every day. Doing the 50-40-10.
Is there a way to invite people to join your Facebook business page though? There is, right? You
What do
can
you mean?
like
Invite
you
them
know
what?
to join your it's not a Facebook group, it's a page. Oh, never mind. I was thinking about Facebook group.
Well, and
I was
if you have I recommend a public group, but you can have your public group listed on your business page, and then Facebook will, like if somebody starts to engage on your business page, Facebook will invite them to your group. I'm pretty sure this still happens. I will check, but that's how it used to be. It's been that way for quite a while. Everything changed. Whatever I tell you was true as of last night, so I'll check.
okay. Thank you.
But and
Well,
I'll put that information in the group.
okay, thank you. Faith, do you have any questions? You're next. Are you there, Faith?
She said she couldn't talk today.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kathleen, I know I see you painting the house. Are you? I know you're moving.
Yeah, but I definitely have questions. This was, I'm so excited that I was able to be a part of this because I do have questions and I loved this presentation. A couple of questions. So some people it'll say on their page, X amount of friends and then X amount of people following. What does that mean? Like, how do you follow someone? And so in my case, I'm going to be, I hope to have like a YouTube channel of my trip. And I'm going to be doing photography, have a separate photography business. Like, I want to do wild horse photography and nature photography. So, do I create a page for this purpose, a separate page? Or do I just do it on my own Facebook page and Instagram?
So there's the profile, your personal profile, and then there's a business page. And they're separate. They're two separate things. There's
Yeah, I have a business page for a retail business that I
right.
was doing.
So because we really only get 2 seconds to engage people, it's really important that your page is niched. So if you have a few things under one umbrella, you could have them on the same business page. But if it's going to be different messaging, you know, and all of that, you want to have a separate business page, because if people land on it, one page, and it's like, it has all these different things on it, whatever they see is what they're going to land on. And then if that isn't what they were looking for, they bounce. So you want to have a separate page if they're separate, really separate niches.
I think you're asking if you should post all this photos and all this stuff on your personal or on a separate business page. Is that your question, Kathleen?
Yeah, and how do I get followers versus friends? What's the difference?
So that's a really big question. How much time do we have?
Before you continue, Diane, I was just going to say it's almost 8 o'clock. So if any of you need to leave, feel free to do so. But yeah, we have, and then I see Carol with her hands also. So go ahead.
So the followers are, how you get followers is you ask people to follow you, or if people are interested, they will follow you. And that's on your business page. You can set up your personal profile as a professional profile and get followers that way as well. So, but you kind of have, it's a bigger discussion, and it's individual, because like, I can't give you a blanket answer, because it just depends on what your goals are, you know. But I'm definitely, and you can share that content on your personal profile. You can share all of it by sharing your passion about it. But in terms of business, you want to have 2 separate business pages for each of those things, sounds like to me.
Right. Okay. And then one last question. User generated, what was it?
Content.
So remind me what that means again.
We are the users. So user generated content is what we post, the liking, commenting, sharing our lives and videos and reels. That's us. Okay.
Okay.
As opposed to Facebook's content or ads or things like that.
Okay, great.
And
thanks.
You know, also don't forget, you guys, you can ask questions in my group, and I'll put, if it's a more involved question, I'll just do a little Facebook Live about it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Carol.
Diana, I'm a health and wellness coach, and I'm also a yoga instructor. So I have a specific question about what I've been doing, because now I'm afraid of getting banned.
Yeah.
I've been doing a post on my personal profile every week called Yoga Pose of the Week. And I am careful. Sometimes I'm not as careful. So sometimes at the end, I will say, if you're interested, I can help you with your yoga journey, or I can help you with your health and wellness journey. Feel free to DM me. So
Right.
Do you think something like that would get me banned?
Okay. Here's the thing, you guys. Like, it's sort of like Russian roulette. And what I want to say, I can't give you like a yes or no, but here's what I'll say. If you are doing all those other things, and then, you know, once a week you did that, it's probably okay. And here's how you're going to know. Look at your reach and see if your reach is increasing. If it's just like 0 or 1, that's how you're going to know. The other thing is, like, so for example, I had a client who she helped people with like learning how to walk right and how to take walks and get better exercise. So she started doing a Facebook Live every day on walking. And even though there was no links, nothing, the bots picked it up as spam, and she got shadow banned because of it being the same every week. So you might want to rotate what you're doing. Like, don't do yoga pose of the week. Do something like, you know, one week do the yoga pose, another thing, maybe do a health thing, you know, maybe rotate it or vary it, because you are not dealing with humans, you're dealing with bots. So it's like what they pick up, what triggers them, you know. And so it is a little bit like Russian roulette, and you have to just like stay on top of it. And when you commit to doing your social media, I'm on my social media at least a few times a day. So I watch that stuff. I watch my reach, not because I'm playing the algorithm game, but I want to see who's engaging, who's leaning in, who's playing with me. I look at my notifications, the acknowledge of the care, acknowledge. I acknowledge when people acknowledge me. I sometimes I don't say a comment, but I might give them a heart or something, But it's that, it's like market research. If you went to a networking, or if you're even on a virtual networking event, and every time you say the exact same intro, and you see the deer in headlights eyes, and people are just like, and then one time you say a different intro, and people go like, oh, it's like that. It's the same thing on your social media. Maybe it's time to switch it up.
Okay, so related to that, perhaps, would it be beneficial for me to do the yoga post of the week on my business page?
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
And then share it to personal?
No.
No.
Do it on each separately.
Okay.
If you share it to your personal, it's still business. If you're sharing it from your business page to your personal page, it still has that business connection. The other thing I want to say about the DM me thing, I just got it in this moment. So I just had a revelation. So the DM me, I have this feeling. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm going to research it, but people are doing that instead of click here. And the bots are probably going to be starting to pick that up as the same as click here, because you can't game the system. So I just realized, like, everyone does that DM me thing, which I personally do not care for. When people, if I don't know the person, it's like, hey, want this or that, DM me. I'm not going to do it because it feels like a manipulation to me. I'm just saying me, I'm super sensitive to that kind of stuff. So I'm going to research that, because I have a feeling that the bots are starting to pick that up as the same as that's why people are doing it. I couldn't figure out why people are doing it, but I just figured it out. Thank you for sharing this revelation with me.
Sometimes people will say comment.
Right.
And
that's engagement bait.
Yeah, they will capitalize every letter and put a dot in between. I figured it was to confound the bots.
I think it's really funny that people think they can game the system, and you don't even need to, and the thing is, like, you have to also think about your target market, and it's like, if that's something that resonates with your target market, that's great. You always are going to be wanting to think about, what is the thing that's going to resonate with my target market? And the number one value of my target market is authenticity. And so I'm super sensitive to that.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
This has been great. Are you done, Carol?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Diana, this has been really, really a great topic and conversation. You guys, all of you.
Great
That's
questions.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may repeat you again in the future, Diana.
Hey, love to.
That's part of the engagement here. We're liking
and it'll be different, because I'll pick a different slice.
Do you have a last minute thing that you want to say before we close here? And also, if any one of you have any comment for Diana too. So Diana, you start first.
Okay, so here's my final answer. My mission is to inspire you to really get that social media is a powerful force for positive change in the world. So besides whatever you're selling, you can use social media to inspire people to heal this world. And that's my mission.
And that's a great one. Thank you. Anybody else? Any comment for Diana or anything else before we close? Okay. Otherwise, thank you again, Diana, and all of you for your participation and contribution. And next week, Mary Ann will be presenting.
Oh,
So, Mary Ann, what is your topic for next week?
Riley, I
Oh,
thought
no,
it
no.
was April,
Yes.
no, more February 15th. It's not next week.
Okay, February 7th. I must be missing one week here. I will post. I will check my my note and
Yeah, let me know. Let me
Right,
know because that's what I have on my
I got
calendar.
it mixed up. Sorry about that, Marianne. But
Okay.
yes, I will check that out and I will post it on the
Okay.
Facebook Messenger. But
Okay.
thank you again, Diana, and all of you for being here, participating, in your contribution too. Really appreciate it. And have a great week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Thank you again, Diana.
It was my
Bye,
pleasure.
all.
Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Bye bye.
Okay,
Bye.
Diana, thank you. Bye. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.